Yeah, yeah. Yeah, yeah. Yeah, 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 yeah. Hey. Oh shit, I fell back into that.
You're not a sleeper. It's
Yeah, for real. Yo, if we get too high, we're gonna like fall asleep on that shit.
It's a sinker for sure.
You know where we first met?
Where?
At the JID listening party.
Okay. That was our first time meeting each other?
It was mad funny because you and I were the only two people smoking weed.
In the spot?
Yeah, no one was smoking weed in that spot.
Yo,
I was so surprised,
It
bro.
was crazy because they was on some no smoking shit at first, and then I was just like, yo, it's a fucking listen, and it's gonna get packed. We gonna be able to light up at some point.
Literally.
My man JID, man, that's my guy right there.
But they were like so mad at us for smoking in that at the end. I was like, this is weird as hell.
Alright, bro. They'll get over it.
They're talking about setting up those like weed friendly bars and shit.
There's one down here in the LES called Astor Club. Shout out my homies at Astor Club. My man Ben. They're like it's like a consuming lounge and like dispensary, but on some speakeasy shit. You feel me?
I think I've heard of that place. They did some like Conway event there.
Yeah, they be doing like listeners and like fucking all types of like pop up. Like they do a bunch of shit. We did a pop up with them at our store, Labs and shit. So they're good. They're super good peoples, but you know it's like the Wild Wild West out here right now with the weed shit. Like how back in LA, you remember when weed first got legal, and motherfuckers just started opening up dispensaries left and right. You feel me?
Yeah.
That's kind of what's going on out here now. You know what I mean? Like it's not really all the way. Like the laws ain't all the way lined up and shit. So people kind of taking advantage where they can. Even the Akis is out here selling weed. You could go to the corner store and get a $30 eighth to a $60 eighth. 100%. Like whether you want Bubba or Zala, you could really get.
3 years ago it'd be CBD that they were.
3 years ago maybe
they
CBD.
Have that CBD smell. You
and
know?
Motherfuckers were still selling weed outside the store. Now the store has weed. That shit is crazy.
I can't give the location of this place because you'll know by the end of the story. But I had a comedy show at like one of those weed speakeasy places, and I walk in, it's a smoke shop.
Okay.
And it's tiny. It's like probably the size of this couch. And I'm like, how are we gonna have a comedy show in here? And they're like, is your name on the list? And I'm like, yeah, I'm on the show. My name wasn't on the list. So I'm like, they're like, oh, well, you can't do anything until the owner gets here. I'm like, what the fuck? Then finally the owner gets here. He's like, all right, he's on the show. They made me sign an NDA. The wall opened up, and there was a full fucking whole spot, like 3 levels. I was like, God damn. It was a dope comedy show. But
that's fire. I didn't even know they did comedy shows and shit in there. That's hard.
It was wild. All right, how do you feel about like, I love smoking at shows, but when you're performing in front of like a stoned audience, it's like a different energy. Like I
don't feel like it's a different energy. I get what you're saying though. It's like a difference from going to like a Currency show, for example.
Yeah.
Then going to a fucking, I don't know, whoever else, you know what I mean? One of these younger motherfuckers. Like, just a more energetic show. I can't even put a name on him.
No, I know what
or JID, for example, we just talking about him, you feel me? Like a jizz show or a spitter show. Like, niggas at a spitter show is a bit more calm. Niggas at a jizz show gonna kick that pit up and flip the shit upside down. But I don't feel like it has to do with a stoned audience, because I feel like as much as motherfuckers get high, it gets to be the music you make and the mood you setting in there. You feel me? I feel like some artists is just more smooth and, you know what I mean, talking to them, you know what I mean, and trying to be on some player shit, and you know what I mean, and other times motherfuckers, like I said, want to make the room explode, you know what I mean. I like doing both.
Yeah, I feel like, do you feel like you lean one way or the other?
It depends what kind of crowd. I always try to fill out a crowd when I start performing, depending on what city I'm in. You feel me? What's just going on up there? You feel me? What kind of songs they reacted to in the beginning? That kind of lays out my set. You know what I mean?
Yeah, but I'm talking about when you're making music.
Do I take it into consideration while I'm making music?
Yeah.
Nah, it's not something I take into. I don't really consider anything else but how I'm feeling when I'm making music. Like once I'm deciding on what music to put out or what theme on the album is going to become, or I want to build on an idea after, and then like I may take different things into consideration, but I don't really consider anything but how I'm feeling.
This might be an ignorant question, but when you're talking about like the emotion in the moment, do you mean like in the moment when you're in the booth, or like when do you have it before and then you have to almost recreate it when you make this
I don't really write too much outside of the studio. So if I gather a bunch of beats that I like or something, I take them to the lab and I start my writing there.
Yeah, that makes sense though, because like people ask me like, do I write jokes? And no, I only write jokes when I go on stage.
Right. Like if you have a show, then you have to write jokes. You know what I mean?
Like,
to just be writing jokes on the random, or just to be writing raps on the random for me. Like there's some days where it's like maybe I'll hear a beat or I'll be feeling aware. Maybe I'll just catch a bar or two and be like, all right, let me plug those down and I'll start it, and that'll start another. You know what I mean? And I'll use it for something else. But I don't really get into the habit of just writing whole raps out the blue sky. Like I ain't just gonna be sitting there not listening to no music and being like, oh yeah, I got this fucking 16 I'm about to put down. Because
you have to be in that like state. There's like a different state you have to put
I definitely have a
into.
mode. Like like me myself, I got a mode. Like you feel me? When my mode is on, like I'm trying to cook. You know what I mean? But the mode not always on. I'm not one of them niggas who lock himself in the studio for 50 days and make 1,000 songs. That's not my thing.
How do you get in your mode? Like how do you find your muse?
For me, it's like doing the living. Like I have to do the living. Even for me to want to rap, you know what I mean? Like if there's ever a time I don't have much to say, it's because I might not be going through things I want to speak about, and I gotta go do some more experiencing. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
that was always the answer for me. Like even when niggas ask me now, like other artists that I know and shit, like how you get through a writer's block or like a beat block or whatever, I just tell them do the living. You feel me? Like experience is the only thing that helps that.
I feel like I grinded for a really long time and I pulled back for like 2 weeks. That was the first time I even gave myself 2 weeks the past 2 weeks. And even in those 2 weeks of really like going out and doing shit, I like found a new like, all right, I'm ready to go into it.
I'm telling you, it gives you it's kind of like the distance makes the heart grow fonder thing. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like engulfing yourself in something, you kind of lose. Or just me, I don't know who would like it anyway. But like when I engulf myself in something totally, I kind of lose direction of where I'm going sometimes. You know what I mean? Just because I'm so deep in the middle of it. So a lot of times I like to step back. You know what I mean?
It's like meeting a girl and you're just texting her all the time in the beginning.
All day, all night.
And then it creates a different feeling than what you're actually
that connection, you don't
need.
fiend for that connection no more. You feel me? Once you have it all the time, once it's accessible.
But that's hard for art because then
like... It is, because for me, as much as I love music, you know what I mean? Like you said, it's like a girl. Like for me, it's a bitch I can't get away from because like there's times I've been tired of it. Mm-hmm. There's probably gonna be more times in the future where I'm just maybe not feeling it, but there's always a time where I do, like where I realize why I love this shit, or I make a record, or I get a verse off where I'm like, ooh, like this is why I do this shit at all.
It's funny that you said that because I feel like I heard you say that before on something, and I wanted to ask you about it because I was like, is it the same thing? Because I feel like with, at least for me, with like a relationship or something, once it's over, it's over. But I have this over desire that I just can't stop on my own like journey or path.
I feel like with my passion, that's kind of what separates my passion from like maybe a relationship experience. It's just like I refuse all. It has all parts of me. Like I can't get away from it. You know what I mean? Like This has become such a form of therapy and self-expression for me. You know what I mean? It's become necessary to even my living, my breathing. You know what I mean? Like,
you made the choice.
Yeah, but you have to continue to. It's not just like you make it and the choice is made. Like you got to continue to make that choice every fucking day, every fucking time. You know what I mean? You put something down every fucking time you step on that stage. Every time, you know what I mean? You got to make that decision.
Yeah, because I've seen... And you've probably seen people who just lose the passion completely and then they almost want to fuck themselves over. Like they make the decision to do bad when they get on stage. They make the decision to be like,
that's such thing as self-sabotage.
Self-sabotage.
That's the word for that shit. And I've been a victim of it with myself. I feel like you are your own worst enemy. Nobody could be a bigger enemy to you than yourself. Because you know yourself the best. You know what I mean? You know what it takes to get in your way, and you know what it takes to get out of your way. It's just not always the easiest thing to do.
You want to know what? We were talking about mushrooms before, like why I stopped taking them crazy. Right. It's because I I would be living a crazy experience. Every night it would be something dope.
Right.
So I'd be like, well, I want a trip for this.
Exactly.
And then people would come up talking to me, trying to talk to me about the podcast or some shit. And then their only perception of me now is like me tripping too hard.
Yeah.
And they're like, oh, I don't fuck with him and like that perception of, I was like, damn, I was kind of like sabotaging myself.
Yeah, but I feel like perception is important. You know what I mean? Especially in this game, especially in the game you went to with media. You feel me? And journalism. You know what I mean? Like, motherfuckers' impressions of you will let them either A, get comfortable or be uncomfortable. And with that goes how much they share and they don't. You know what I mean? And that, you know what I mean? So I could understand how, like, perception is such an important thing. You have to give the right one every time. But being yourself unfiltered is like, that's how you give people the best perception of you. Because even if they don't like you, you know the motherfuckers ain't for you.
That's one of my biggest problems, bro. Like, giving in to like me. That sounds so stupid, but
It don't sound stupid.
But
though.
you know what I'm saying?
I understand. I've given into myself. Like, I've overdone giving into myself. You feel me? To the point where like I refuse to like check myself or tell myself I was wrong. You know what I mean? And that just and that's a problem too. You know what I mean? Like, sometimes you need to be able to step outside of yourself and look at the board from another angle.
Yeah, and I hope you don't mind me saying this, but like this sounds dumb, but I hate like giving, but like you are a legend, and you've been like you've been a part of history for a long time, like on some real shit.
Thank you, man. I appreciate that, bro.
So it's cool to even hear you say that because it must be hard to take a step back because you're like, well, this shit being myself works. Right? How the fuck would I not do that?
You just gotta make sure you're the best version of yourself. You know what I mean? Just being yourself don't be enough. You gotta get to the best version. You gotta want to be better. You gotta want to do more. And just because shit be working, a lot of motherfuckers be like, all right, this is enough. Like, this is all I gotta do.
Yeah. Do you stay hungry or do you feel content and then you have to, as you said, like live to get hungry again?
I have felt content in the past, like since I became a father. That I haven't really felt that feeling since, though. I can't lie. Like, having a son kind of put like a different fire up under my ass. Just because I was living my life for myself. Like, of course, like helping my people when I can, and you know what I mean, doing, bringing my niggas with me when I am doing and living the life that I am. But it's just like everything. Like, I moved and did everything on my own time in my own way, and if not, I wouldn't do it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And that shit wasn't no good for me because my way wasn't always the best way. You know what I mean?
Was it an immediate change, or was it something you had to realize?
Oh no! This shit took years and years and years and years and years to fuck it up to like get it right.
All right, let's go back a little bit. When was the first time you made that decision?
What, to like be like, oh, you fucking like to check
to take yourself serious? Nah, not even that,
seriously?
But just like to take yourself seriously. Yeah. Even in music, even if you're fucking around.
I mean,
and shit, like,
the first time I made a decision to take myself seriously, I would say is like when I chose to like do music as what I want to do with my life. Like, I made that decision young. Like, when I was like about to get out of high school, I was like, yo, I'm gonna do this shit and this shit gonna work. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Like,
no matter what. Like, I don't give a fuck. Like, you feel me? And like, I left Jersey and went to LA and was like sleeping on my man's couch for like 2 years. You feel me? And that shit just led to a whole bunch of other shit which led me here. But it's like, that was probably the first time I was like, yeah. Like,
where'd that voice come from that you knew this was gonna be it?
It was myself, like my brother Stevie, who's my manager, my partner. Like, he was another motherfucker who just instilled enough.
He's still
faith
your manager?
Yeah, still my manager, still my partner.
And he's saying that shit back then.
And like, this is my brother, it's my blood brother. You feel me? He's my partner in this whole shit. Like, we in the outhouse, this is like our creative agency, and like the like basically like what everything us like and the rest of our partners been working for, what it's evolved into. You feel me? It's become bigger than just the music aspect of the shit, you know. But yeah, back then that was the first decision. It was like really a lot of me and him. Like, I knew I wanted to do it, and I was willing to try and fail if I had to.
This is gonna sound so, but like, why? Because, all right, you see, I don't know if you saw my post today.
I didn't want nothing else. I wanted it. That's why, like, because what I want, I get. And if I want to go fucking, if there's a way to get it, I'm gonna find it. If I want it, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Just be getting what I want and what I need fucked up sometimes, and that's still something. You know what I mean? I'm learning and trying to decipher. But if I want something, I get it. Like there's no ifs, ands, or buts about the shit.
I agree. I like when I was 17, I made the decision too. Like that today I posted, like when I was 17, I used a fake ID to get into the biggest comedy club in the world and perform. And then I just got announced to fucking headline the biggest club in Boston. Crazy, but like people will ask like, how do I get the motivation? And I don't even know. It's just a voice in my head. But I like asking other people because it's like, I can't describe it. Can you?
It's hard. Bro, I don't know. It takes feeling like you need it. Like, you know what I mean? Like it's necessary. Like there is no other way.
I don't even know who I heard it say it, but it was like it's like a hunger you can never get full. Like it's like
for real. You can't have a bottle. You can't have a bottle to your stomach if you really want all that you could get. You know what I mean? Like there's a lot out here. The world is big. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
No matter what the fuck your goal is, there's always another level to it.
How many years, what's the timeline of you moving to LA and you first being like, oh shit, I got what I want?
I feel like I still don't got what I want in a full sense. Like I'm very blessed and happy, like God is good, you know what I mean? The nigga is healthy, I got my head on straight. This rap shit is still moving the way I want it to, you know what I mean? And growing. I got, you know what I mean, a child, my nigga, my family's good, you know what I mean? I really can't complain, but I definitely still want more, and the picture gets way bigger than this, you know what I mean? But from moving to LA, I would say I was there for maybe like 2 or 3 years before I started getting on certain albums and working with different people and getting in certain rooms where I was like, oh shit, this is working.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like up until I had moved out there and started doing certain things, and like I had just went to like South by Southwest for the first time, and like I had been on tour once, and I, you know what I mean? I ain't really had like the world underneath my feet all the way yet. But like going out there and just meeting different people and working with different motherfuckers and building different relationships, like it really kind of helped me form the world I wanted to live in as far as rap. You know what I mean?
Yeah. You still don't feel like you've created enough lore behind yourself that you've at least hit a certain step of comfort?
I'm not comfortable where I am. Like I'm thankful for where I am. I definitely feel like I've hit some milestones, and niggas can't, you know what I mean, really disagree. I'm a factor in this shit. You know what I mean? Like my name's etched in this shit permanently. Like it don't go nowhere. You feel me? Like motherfuckers don't be coming and having this longevity in this shit. You know what I mean?
That's what
with
I'm
this
saying.
Much quality of work as well. You know what I mean?
But you're saying that, but you still feel like I'm not where.
But this ain't even.
Do you think you'll ever hit that, or do you think that's what keeps someone hungry?
I feel like that's what keeps me hungry, knowing that the picture gets bigger. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And really visioning it and working towards it.
And it is kind of funny because this is a weird thing, but it's like if you do get to that point, you become the villain, kind of. Like,
I've lived my whole life as the villain. I wouldn't even become it. If I became the good guy, I'd be more surprised.
You really think that?
I think so.
I don't know, though. I mean, listen, this is our first conversation. But do you think a villain would say that being a father is the number one thing that changed their life?
I bet you there's a few motherfuckers who played the bad guy and they had to be devil's advocate who still have families. You know what I mean? Like, I always want to get better. Like, so no matter with me being the villain, I don't make me bad.
It's funny that you say that because the only reason I'm saying it is like, all right, this is a weird parallel, but like Drake just dropped an album, and I feel like everyone just shits on it just because he's the biggest. Not that it's like the best whatever. You know, that's not what I'm saying.
Yo, there's always
But
gonna be
it's
those
like,
people who don't even.
when you get to a certain level, it's like you just automatically become the.
Yo, that's when you know you doing the right thing though. Like motherfuckers is gonna not like you, man. Especially if you're doing something right.
And I don't even like listen to that shit. But do you know what I'm saying?
It's not the first thing I'm turning on neither. But niggas can't discredit the nigga Drake. Niggas can't. You know what I mean? Come on. Even past all the numbers and the money and all the other shit on some rap shit. Son, get down. Like, he really get down.
Yeah.
If that's what we talking about. If we talk about other shit, you know what I mean? Probably got some little milestones, some big milestones shit. You know what I mean? But honestly, like,
yeah.
I don't know.
Do you still get to enjoy music? You're talking about like longevity.
Yeah.
And
I love music. Music keeps me alive, man.
like other people's. I'm like,
Hell
do you
yeah.
enjoy
not
like,
just making my own, like finding new people I fuck with and hearing different sounds from different areas and shit and traveling to them places and experiencing the whole culture that come with it. Like that shit is the best, man.
Yeah.
I love that shit.
The traveling thing is important.
Bro, it's like some of the most important shit to ever happen to me was
You
for me
meet
to see the
people
world.
who never leave like a certain area.
I know people who have never left a certain area, personally.
I do too.
I know
and
people who are grown, old people who have never left the county that they live in. For real.
And one, it's hard. Like, of course, but still, you need to see everywhere. Like
that shit is so.
The world becomes smaller the more you travel out.
It don't even become smaller. You understand how big this motherfucker is. Like, yo, traveling was pivotal for me in my education of myself, the world, everything around me, like all of that shit. Like that like seeing the world is fucking important. Like that's the first thing I tell motherfuckers to do when they get some cheese. No matter it be the street niggas I know, motherfuckers going to school, motherfuckers got a good job, then came up some bread, motherfuckers get a settlement. I don't give a fuck. When niggas is telling me they came up on some cheese, the first thing I'm telling them to do is go get on a fucking plane somewhere. Do not go buy no fucking sneakers. Pay your bills and go get on a plane or somewhere you ain't never seen, that you ain't never even think you'd go. I bet you it's not expensive as you think.
Not at all. And enjoy art. This is gonna sound dumb. Like
enjoy art, enjoy nature.
Art. Like
I feel like the older I get, I start understanding how important nature is, man. How important fresh air and sunlight. And like human and like yo, that shit is so important. Though.
I live in the woods now. Like I've lived in the city. Like I've done, but like I live
better than you for living.
Yeah, that's why I would rather drive to New York for a day, honestly, than like not be able to live in the woods. Like I need that. Like
I could dig that. I could really dig that.
The freedom of peace. I'm a big loner. Like most of the day I want to spend by myself, and then this is my way to like talk,
socialize and shit. No, I dig that.
Yeah.
I don't really I don't get to spend as much time by myself as I used to. It's not a bad thing, but it's just different. It's them adapting to it.
Is that the being the father thing?
Yeah. Yeah, it's just
you can't ever. You're never by yourself, even if you are.
It's like from when I go out, like to go out to work or I go out to the studio, I'm with my brother and the engineer, and then if I go to the shop, I'm with my homies at the shop. If I come to the studio, I'm with my niggas. We working on something. You know what I mean? And when I go home, I'm with my son. I'm with my shorty. You feel me? It's like I'm really finding time to be by myself now, and it's different. But you know what I mean? I'm thankful for it though.
What is your solo time? Like, what do you want to do when you?
I like to watch a lot of TV and movies if I'm by myself, and I like got that to do.
Yeah, that's what I've been doing these past 2 weeks. I've been living, but I'm just like trying to catch up on some shit.
I try to go outside a little bit more. I've been fake trying to be on some exercise and shit too. Nigga just got, you know what I mean? I've been trying to do different things. I do a bunch of shit, man. I don't know. I've been trying to find different ways to express myself as well, like artistically, other than music. Just so I could see how it feels and how it makes me feel, what I like or don't like from it.
Like what?
Nigga put out a photo book in 2019 with my brother that we shot in Japan, and I really enjoy like making it and the whole process of getting it together and shit. So we had started a book publishing company, and now I'm working on my second one, and I have a few partners who are like incredible visual artists and painters, and like they did a bunch of the art around this motherfucker, and it's like they've inspired me to just, you know what I mean, pick up like the pen or the pen or the marker or whatever, you feel me, and just try to push the bounds like artistically. Like they show me that they like anything could be brought to life, like and be put in your hands, and it be making me wanna push myself a bit more.
That's one of my biggest mental blocks. Is just like I respect art, painting, drawing so much, but it's like I respect it so much that I'm like I can never do it, so I don't even want to like.
But yo, like, see, I'd be lying if I said at some point I didn't feel like that, because like I wasn't like good drawing young and then like, but like once I got a good tag and I knew how my shit was going, like I felt good, like, you know what I mean. But it took me fucking it up a million times. That's just you telling yourself that you couldn't do it, and that's and me being around the people I'm around. You know what I mean. Nowadays I'm thankful because that's how they make me feel. Like if I'm not doing something or I say I can't do something, it's because I'm not. Like it's because I say I can't, not because I can't. You feel me?
Yeah.
It's because I won't.
Yeah. Because really, what, as you know, because you made it successful in one thing, you know, because it's just like you just have to do it and fail. Like that's literally all it is.
You got to, man.
This shit is crazy. The amount of like just art and inspiration around you.
Yeah, no, and these was all, you know what I mean? These pieces, like niggas cooking up millions and millions of dollars in this motherfucker, like art. You know what I mean?
Yeah. What was the like? Well, this
is called the Owl House right here. You feel me?
Yeah. When did these ideas come to you versus when did you implicate it?
Well, the idea of the store came originally from my man Scott. He always wanted a store and a place because he's been collecting for years. You know what I mean? And over the years, he's been creating, like he had another company and it was making like bags and shit. And they had a showroom in Midtown. It was like a whole thing. And then like from the like kind of the customer base and community he built off of that, he implicated it into the store and brought my brother Stevie on board. And like Scott's been my man since we was teenagers. You know what I mean? Like this is. I'm seeing him starting to live his dream while I'm living mine, and we kind of like brought it together, man. And then from there, it's like I had met Kaiser and Omi and like Humane, and like I met them niggas through damn near, it wasn't through the shop, but like just art, you know what I mean? Like kind of through this thing. But it's funny though because I had knew Omi years prior from another endeavor. And then niggas just didn't see each other for a minute, you feel me? Because he was already making clothes that back in the day he was fucking with me. I ain't even know. My brother been fucking with him, you feel me? And then Humane, like, I know him really through nigga Haji and these niggas, but I know that niggas 3 years. So it's like, it's really a family-based thing. It ain't no new niggas in here per se, you feel me?
It just kind of like
it kind of all came together the way it should, you know
wasn't
what I mean?
planned at all.
Nah, man, and we all bring the best out of each other, I would say. You know what I mean? I've only seen everybody around me get better.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, because I don't know, like, I want to be around people who are more talented than me, not like less talented.
That's the only way you get better, man. You know what I mean? You don't get better being comfortable. You know what I mean? Nah. And that is the good thing about, like... That's why I like to even bring it back to the original question, what you asked me in the beginning of that shit, like, are you comfortable? Like, nah. Like, you don't. That's not even a spot where you could get better at.
Yeah.
You ever wake up and have one of those days that you just wish there was someone there to talk to or a way to just figure something out that you can't in your life? And unfortunately, life doesn't come with a user manual like that, but there are things to help you out, like BetterHelp. BetterHelp has therapists that are trained to help you figure out your challenging emotions and learn productive coping skills, which makes therapy the closest thing to a guided tour of the complex engine called you. BetterHelp has helped 3 million people with licensed therapists. It's convenient, secure, accessible anywhere, and 100% online. Everyone deserves to feel their best. BetterHelp makes it easier to get started. As the world's largest therapy service, they've matched millions of people with professionally licensed and vetted therapists available 100% online. All the benefits of in-person therapy, plus it's more convenient, more accessible, and more affordable. Just fill out a brief questionnaire to match with a therapist. If things aren't clicking, you can easily switch to a new therapist anytime. It couldn't be simpler. No waiting rooms, no traffic, no endless searching for the right therapist. It's there right for you right there. So get unstuck with BetterHelp. Learn more and save 10% off your first month at betterhelp.com/buckedup. That's BetterHelp, HELP.com/buckedup, BUCKEDUP. Make sure to get the help that you need with BetterHelp. Let's get back into it.
Comfort is like kind of the worst spot you could be as an artist.
Yeah.
In my opinion.
Nah, 100%. You ever done DMT?
Hell yeah, I have. While you said I was about to get my little proxy outside.
You break through and shit?
Alright. So I'm gonna tell you my DMT experiences real quick. Yo, remember I was telling you them kids that had brought me the acid earlier, saying my man Frex, shout out my man Frex. He had brought me some DMT. Another time he came and pulled up on me. And first we did it out the rig at my crib. And I kind of started breaking through, like I'm like seeing shapes and like I feel like I'm coming up off the couch. And I came back. And I was like, oh, that was a lot. And there was a couple people with him. I was like, all right, now I know how to do this. I'll do this shit by myself. You feel me? Like rather around these motherfuckers. But then he was telling me I could put it in the G pen. This is when the old G pens was out. I don't know if niggas remember the old G pens. Niggas was smoking waxes back then, though. For real, though. But I had the old G pen. I ended up going to Sam's Hoff, bro, down in L.A. And motherfuckers was smoking. Me and this girl I was with was smoking the DMT out the G pen in the strip club. And that was pretty freaky.
In the strip, bro.
That was pretty crazy.
Yeah, doing it in public is wild.
Yeah,
I did it with
it
Danny at one of his shows, and then he went up on stage, and I was like,
You
how
that type
the
of
fuck?
motherfucker, though. That's hard.
Yeah, nah, that was hard. But that was like, doing it in public, did you feel this? It was really good, but then that come down was terrible.
I done felt worse come downs than that. That wasn't one of my worst ones.
I don't fuck around that much.
That's good.
Just like,
that's good, bro.
Yeah.
Don't.
Nah, I like saw it. You know what I mean? I heard story. I saw it. That I was like, I don't really need that shit.
Be a spectator in that shit.
No, that's why I love everything with weed now, because you can just get fucked up off like like even I went to Julan, like
It's got a whole restaurant you could smoke weed in. That's crazy.
And
Look,
I had that.
I'm doing this shit off the nail too. Little Screwface 2 coming soon. Niggas ain't never even seen that.
Yeah, we haven't even talked about music really, but I had that weed syrup. It looks like lean.
You be drinking that shit, nigga?
Yeah.
Yo, some growers. Yo, it's like 3 growers I know, homies of mine, like who be sending me bud.
I know some
These
real.
niggas
Like,
then send me 2-3 bottles of this shit. I'm like, yo, bro. First off, I don't really be drinking lean like that no more in itself.
It's
I
weed
damn
lean.
sure ain't finna be drinking no weed lean.
It's like eating an edible. I don't like edibles. Like I don't like the
I
sugar.
eat edible before
I love the
drink
high
weed.
of edibles, but I
I
don't
eat
like
an edible
the,
for the plane before I drink the weed
It's
lean.
bad.
The weed lean looks like a stomach ache. That shit looks like a stomach ache. Like
I
you will
never
be
had
shitting
no
for 2
problems
days.
with it. I never had no problems with it.
Nah, I can't do that. It's
Whenever-
like sugar and weed syrup.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Nah, I poured it up in July. The only
In
reason,
July?
and they posted a video of it. I was like,
They was like,
they
oh,
don't
it's
give
not
a
drug.
fuck.
Yeah.
They don't give
Julan
a
be yo, street niggas be in Julan, man. I'm telling you,
Yo,
man, the
they don't
hood
give
be in Julan,
They
man.
don't give a fuck about that. The dabbing though I love it, but it gets you like to that next
I'm
level.
fucking with this shit, man.
That I want to get that shit because it's like I don't want to
This
be
is
carrying
top
around the
invention.
volcano.
Yo,
all the
shout
time.
out Puffco, Roger. Fuck with me. I'm telling you, I'm fucking with this.
That shit's crazy.
Bro, first off, it's getting me so into the rods and shit lately having this first, because this shit's sleek. This, you know what I mean? I fuck with this. Shit make me feel like Sherlock Holmes.
Yo, you got to get the fucking monocle and shit.
Yo, and then it's like it kind of it lowers my my weed consuming through
Yeah.
the day.
What do you have in there?
I got some peanut acai, some shit like that. What's it called? I got this shit in my hand. Pina Dolce by Iced Out Extract. Shout out my homie at Iced Out Extract. That nigga got fire. Look, fire only. gas only. I promise you. Quality.
Oh shit.
Yeah.
That shit, the dab shit is because before it would just be like it's like that's the next thing.
Yo, you ever? Thing.
But see, you still smoke flower. You ever seen the thing with the people who have like the $5,000 rigs?
Oh yeah. I'm and they own like that.
And they like clean it every single time. They bring the fucking hard case out. But
that's how they do it. You can't be mad at how they do it. Some
no, that's like the like.
I fuck with that. I'm gonna come clean. I fuck with people even putting that much of a motherfucking value on they shit with weed. That means that shit can only get bigger. Niggas can only make more money in this shit. I fuck with that.
Yeah.
Like niggas paying $100,000 for the bong to smoke out of. What they gonna pay for the bud to put in it?
Not for real.
What they gonna pay for the wax to put in it? This shit is a whole different ball game. I'm about to drop a hash hole, my mans that makes some wax. I'm telling you, watch. I'm about to come.
Oh, you're stepping into it?
Yeah. And I'm def getting in the hash game. Watch out.
That is the next thing.
I will definitely be in the marijuana industry very soon.
Was it all right? How like
I'm done? I'm good. Boom. It's gone. It's away. I'm smacked. Fast. That was good.
Yeah, you took
Terps right there too.
You say you took edibles too.
I ain't take no edible. I took a little microdose of mushroom.
Nah, I mean you take high doses of edibles.
Yeah. If I'm gonna eat edibles, I'm gonna smack the bag. Like I ain't about to eat 2-piece edibles.
I'm a monster too. I took 2,000 and went on the plane the other day. I was fucking.
See, that's some B shit. Like I'm gonna eat like a cool 500, 600, 800.
2,000 was too much.
That's a lot.
It was too much.
But it's like it depends on the flight. You know what I mean? I done taken it all the way there. Been asleep for like 12 hours on the plane.
My boy will want to take like mushrooms on the plane, and I'm like, I don't think I could do that.
Hell no, I would never do no shit like that.
That's what I'm saying.
Feeling like I'm trapped, stuck. I can't go nowhere. Yo,
I need to move.
That's so necessary when I'm on mushrooms. Like, nigga, I gotta be able to go somewhere. I gotta be able to like just bust a move if I got to. That's the only way. Like I'm okay on mushrooms. Like,
you have any crazy trips other than the fucking Disney?
I have a bunch of crazy trips, bro. I remember I went to Rock the Bells one year, and this was like 2016, 2016, 2015 maybe. Was it? Fucking who knows, bro? Might have been 2014. Yo, it was a grip ago. Yo, either way, I go to fucking Rock the Bells with the shorty, right? We drive up there. We drop acid. She's from out the country, so she's like, I want to see like Wu-Tang and shit. So I'm laughing. I'm like, all right, whatever. We could do that. Boom. We go to Wu-Tang. So shit was fire. Yo, while we start flying hard as hell though, like tripping face, like then my mans who was with me, who gave me the acid, who met me there, my mans from San Francisco, this nigga done did some K. I look at him, this nigga got K all over his face. He looks crazy. His girl, like, she's like, oh, he fell in a hole. I'm trying to get him out of it. I'm like, what? So I'm tripping shit on acid, like, oh, nah, he's wilding. Then this nigga yaks all over himself. I'm like, oh, bro. So then me and Shorty like kind of moved away. I'm like, yo, I gotta go, bro. He's like, it's all good, bro. I'm tripping. I'm like, I know, me too. I'm going. Boom. So we start leaving. I try to pull the smart move, before the concert ends, you head out so you don't get caught in all the traffic. I'm trying to tell her. She is not understanding. Like, she's like, it's not over. I'm like, yo. I'm trying to tell you, we gonna it's not over. I'm like, fuck it. Bro, we leave at the end. We walk into the parking lot. We lose the car. I'm like, oh, these niggas done stole the car. Bro, I'm looking around and like I'm seeing like because I was tripping on acid, I was just thinking too much. And then I'm seeing like some young motherfuckers like looking like they're taking the battery out of a car. I'm like, oh, they out here stealing cars. That's what they doing. Niggas just waiting until they came to the concert and started stealing whips. Like, this is a whole thing. I'm like, yo, they done stole the whip. So I called my cousin. I convinced this bitch that nigga stole her car. Bro, I called my cousin. I'm like, hey, bro, I'm smacked. Like, I think niggas done stole the well. He's like, no way. Mine, I had the nice Beamer 325i 1989 old school Rich Porter shit with the drop top. I had like the cream seats. Like, I was going crazy. I'm like, with the BBSs on it, all that. Yo, so I'm like, yo, niggas done stole the wheel? No way. So I keep looking. He's like, nah, no way, bro. Nobody stole your car. I'm like, yo, dog, it's gone. I'm sitting right here. There's no more cars up. I keep walking. I see that motherfucker. I'm like, oh shit. I'm like, niggas ain't stuff. Like, yo, thank God. Man, that was out there for like an hour and change. You feel me? Believe that they stole the whip. Yo, bro. Then I called my cousin back when we get in the car. I'm like, yo, bro, I know I'm too high to drive right now. Like, if I'm calling you thinking the car stole, like, I'm tripping. Like, you gotta come here and get me. It's like 2 in the morning. He's like, bro, no way. I'm like, yo, please come and get me. Niggas like, all right. So then he drive all the way to Anaheim from LA to come get me.
God damn.
Why did shorty? I'm with like, yo, I'm good. I'm not even smacked like that. Jumps in the whip and start driving. Yo, this nigga was so tight. He's like,
wait,
yo,
did he
what,
get
bro?
all the way to LA?
Bro, he got all the way to Anaheim. Seen us at the gate when we leaving while he's pulling in.
Yeah.
Yo, and I'm so scared because I'm high. I'm like, yo, this bitch gonna crash. And my stupid ass guy in the car with her look at me. I'm like sitting up on the dashboard like this on the window, just looking side to side. Like, yo, no merge, no lanes.
No, that feeling when you're all like, you're like, who's good?
That was a bad one. That was a wild. Well, it wasn't a bad one. It was a crazy trip, but that was crazy, man. That was a wild one.
I thought it started with Rock the Bells and fucking watching Wu-Tang.
Yeah, it was nuts.
Yo, oh my God. I got dosed like 2 weeks ago at a Common concert.
Somebody dosed you at the Common show?
Yeah, bro. The worst artist to watch tripping, bro.
He would be killing me if I was tripping. Astrological physics. Well,
oh my God. And you know when you're tripping.
Shout out Common.
I'm not fucking with Common. But you know when like you're
fuck.
tripping and everything's mad funny and you just can't stop. So he does this thing where he pulls a girl up on stage and like gives her a fucking male lap dance and raps to her and shit.
Yo.
And he brings up
you wildin'. Yo,
bro.
Common. If you see this, you are bugging, my guy.
And he brought up this wild chick who was like
losing her mind,
and she was like, let me just say, not the most attractive chick.
Whoa.
And she has a t-shirt that's like,
fuck, you got your love though. You got your love.
Yeah.
Every woman beautiful in her own right. You feel me?
Don't start making me feel bad about this shit. Yo. And but I'm saying this, I wanted to be about self-love, but I'm tripping. I didn't even know. Yeah, and I'm just like dying and everyone's looking at me like I'm an asshole, bro.
Fuck it. I would have been crying laughing like, yo, what is he fucking doing?
Bro, he's like dancing on her, rapping to her.
He lost his
She's
mind.
Fucking creaming her jeans, bro. Like she's
creaming her jeans,
bro. She was having a great
creaming the jeans. Got it, yo.
Yeah, there's just certain music that isn't like.
Common, yo, you wilding out though. Once again, I'll repeat that. You tripping, doggy bone.
You ever done a show that you definitely shouldn't have been on?
What you mean?
Like an artist you just didn't match at all. Like I opened up for fucking like Inspector Deck and Capadonna, and like they
know
were
if I ever
like,
did a show I shouldn't have been on.
Bro, they booked me to open up for them on Juneteenth, looking like me, bro.
That's pretty funny.
I doing stand up. I'm doing stand up in front of Inspector Deck on Juneteenth. Bro, people are booing me. I'm like, I get it, but like they booked me, bro. Yeah.
That's funny. I ain't gonna lie. That was good. That's funny, actually. Fuck it. That's experience right there.
I won't turn shows down.
Hell no, get the bread.
That's what I'm saying.
I'll turn no cheese down.
So you feel like you've never done no show like that?
I don't know, like not no shit where I was like, oh, I shouldn't be here type shit. I've done some shit where I'm like, oh, I don't even want to do this shit right now, but I ain't never done no shit where it's like, oh nah, I shouldn't be at this one.
Yeah.
They ain't never do me like that.
Yeah, book you on some like some fucking kids.
But that was some janky promoters though, for sure. Slowly.
Well, that's something that I'm learning now. Yeah, these promoters are wild.
That's be times.
But I'm still I'm on the
shout out to the good business though. I love good business.
Yeah.
I'm all for the good business. Come do some good business.
That's the hardest thing. Like finding a fan base, I feel like is like easier than them making a business out of it and being able to like be good and create like a future of it.
I don't know. I fuck with my fan base. I'm glad I built the one that I got. I'm glad it's growing.
But no, I'm not saying that, but I'm saying that having people love your art is a much different thing than creating a business from your art.
Oh yeah, but you know what I mean. It's the rap business, man. It's an art, but it's a business, man. There's some cheese out this shit, and if you know what I mean. If you know how to monetize your talents, you know what I mean. There's no end to this. There's no roof to it, man. You can take it to the fucking moon. Promise. It really is.
How do you learn how to monetize?
Trial and error. You feel me? Doing certain things the wrong way and then doing them the right way after. Like
Calculated risks.
Listening to people. You feel me? Knowing when to shut the fuck up and knowing when to speak to though. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
All come with living though. Back to that shit. All really come from that experience shit. You gotta just go out there and experience it, so you know how to get it right. And the right way is always how you want to do it. For me.
Yeah. So we didn't even talk about shit like.
Yeah, we 40 minutes in.
We 40 minutes in and we didn't even talk about.
We flowing though.
Yeah. I'm so bad. I'm not a journal. Like I'm a stoner comedian. Like yeah, I want to hit that dab. I want to try that. I want to try that fucking shit. I'll pass. Yeah. And as I do that, which I'm definitely gonna cough like a bitch, but it's okay. You can talk about you wanted to promote a whole ass project, which I'm so excited for. I saw the piece of art. Over there.
Yeah. Now we got the cover piece up there and shit. You feel me? We about to do a toy that come with the album and shit.
Is that a 3D printer over there?
Yeah.
And
we make everything here. Like we make toys and all that shit. Like my man's over here cooking up some whole shit that niggas ain't even got a do yet. Like I'm trying to tell you, like it's not even no shit. The niggas be like, niggas come with some whole other shit.
Yeah.
Some different shit.
That 3D printer shit is wild. I feel like that is the next. Oh, thank you very much for that.
Everything, all type of merchandise is the next thing. You gotta learn how to get cheese on all fronts. It's not just about vinyl or this, or that, or CD, or the t-shirt. You gotta make a t-shirt. You gotta make a fucking lighter. You gotta make an ashtray. You gotta make an incense holder. You gotta make some socks. You gotta make all of that shit.
And I want to.
Motherfuckers want all of that shit. They won't be a part of the experience. Niggas ain't even see me. I forgot. Yeah, yo, pass me that hash. I gotta get another nail.
I remember there's this rapper, SK the King, shout out SK, signed to Conway, but we were in his hotel room in like Chicago before the show, and he's like pressing t-shirts in the hotel room and shit. And I'm like, that's
hustle, man.
That's the hustle. But then I walk in here.
Shout out my man Uncle John. I see my man Uncle John being.
Shout out Uncle.
That's
shout
my
out.
guy.
I'm going down to DC when he's coming on.
John,
yeah,
man. That's my guy right there.
You two are you two were fucking influential, not even together.
Bro,
it's crazy when I saw that project you guys had out.
And it's fun.
I'm gonna have to drop this right in. It's like
that's what I'm saying. Put it on the shit and drop it right in. So good, bro. Scientist, man. That's what I do. I'm like, as far as like drug science goes, bro, it's what I do, man. You gonna pick it up with your fingers. My man said, fuck it. I'm gonna have the sticky fingers after that shit.
Nah, this shit's hard. You can't like.
Oh, that's like the THCA crystal shit?
It's the crystal shit, yeah.
Nah, that shit get you smacked too.
Yeah, I'm gonna be fucked up about this one.
Tell me. My man said, yo, I'm trying to send myself up to the moon.
Legit.
You know how I use it?
Yeah, what, you hit it?
Hit it twice.
Yeah. Where's the button? Oh, there it is. Wait. Where's the button on this shit?
Nigga said, yeah, I know how to use it. It's right here on the back.
All right. There we go. And then I have to wait for it, yeah.
And then hit it.
No, but the whole reason I was bringing it up is that is dope that you can now make your own, like, collectibles with the fucking 3D printer.
Yeah,
I've never seen have someone have that.
Yeah, nah, I'm telling you. We doing some whole different shit. Some whole other shit.
You're keeping it under wraps?
Yeah. Now we gonna wait to show the toy and shit.
All right. When you drop him?
I ain't want to give y'all the date. Y'all just gonna be surprised. It's soon now. Y'all gonna get this shit before Christmas for sure.
Can you say who's on it?
Z Loopers and Currency.
Oh, really? A shout out to Loopers, bro.
Yeah, that's my dog too. Shout out my brother Z, man. That's my man.
Z. I love Z. I was
my
just
dog.
out. I was literally just out with him in Colorado.
That's my bro, man. That's my
Bro,
nigga.
that's crazy. That's dope
Fuck
as
with
hell.
Z, man. Yeah, Z Loopers and Currency though. There's only 2 features.
That's dope as hell. I can't wait to hear that. I feel like you two haven't worked together.
Me and Z have worked together in the past. We've only released like 2 songs, or a song or two, but we've made a bunch of shit. That's my man.
I feel like no matter what artist you've said you've worked with, I probably would believe you.
I mean, niggas be lying about that?
Nah, but I'm just saying if you're like, yeah, I worked with Billy Ray Cyrus, I'd be like, I bet, bro.
I'll get a joint Billy Ray Cyrus. Shout out Billy Ray Cyrus. Let's go. Country tune. I do that.
You listen to any shit that's not like, what's the like most unexpected shit you listen to?
I don't know if anything's unexpected. I've always been into like different shit, like rock and roll, alternative shit. Like right now, my favorite band, like my favorite music to be listening to is like the Sacred Souls. I don't know if you know about them.
No.
They're like a soul band from San Diego, if I'm not mistaken. But they're like the shit, man. It's like the like flyest shit I've ever heard. Kind of not ever, but like as of right now, like that's what a nigga be putting.
A soul band.
Yeah, they're fire. They're so good.
You ever like recorded or even played with like a live band before?
Hell yeah, I went on tour with a live band before.
I feel like that's like, it just puts it on a different level.
Yeah, working with a live band is fire. It's really hard. Even for like I did an album with V Don. Shout out my man V Don.
Shout out V Don.
We did an album called 5 Deadly Venoms, and like I remember I did a show for the album, like, and we did the whole album top to bottom with the live band, and that shit was fire. Like I fuck with the live band sound. That shit is hard.
I don't even want to ask. I was about to be like, who do you want to work with? But I don't even ask questions like that. It's like when it figures it out, it'll work out. Literally,
works, you feel me?
That's like the Uncle John shit. Like,
it's a few motherfuckers on the list. You feel me? But we gonna work. Anybody who I wanted to work with, I've been like I done made it happen. You feel me?
thank you for that.
No problem.
That shit was fire. And now I know where the button is. Would you ever get like a mad expensive piece?
Nah, like I'm not dropping like a fucking 100.
Yo,
bands.
Bronson dropped some crazy money on
That's 'cause
fucking.
Bronson's, you know what I mean? Bronson want to do shit like that. That's like he only smoke hash. You feel me?
Yeah.
I don't even got no more fucking Q-tips, so.
Damn.
I ain't gonna dirty this shit up. Just wait till I get this shit. So I'm gonna have to clean it and shit. That's the only thing with that shit should be like.
Yeah, because you do need to keep that shit clean.
Yeah, nah, that shit when they get mad wax and shit in there, it should be mad nasty.
You have people hand you pieces and they're dirty as fuck.
That's nasty.
Yeah. Theravada was saying I be smoking with. I just smoke like I'll just pass shit. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah, nah, I'm gonna come clean since the COVID shit. I'll be big on facing my weed. Like super duper big. I've always been super duper big on facing my weed, but definitely since that, like I'd rather even give somebody a nug of some weed and be like, yo, roll up.
Yeah.
You can smoke a joint. I'm gonna smoke my joint.
Also,
So
half a joint's never gonna hit. Like I'm never gonna smoke half it. Like if I smoke with someone.
I need to smoke my own joint every time I'm smoking.
You see the Snoop ashtray?
Nah.
Where he takes like 2 hits off a joint and then he just puts it out and they'll be like.
I mean, that's cool. If that's your prerogative.
I mean, he probably.
A nigga like me, I be wanting to smoke my weed.
That's what I mean. Even, it's like leftovers at a restaurant. I don't want leftovers. Like, I want to finish that shit.
Oh, nah. Nigga done woke up many mornings and bust them clips down, though. I ain't never going front. Nigga done bust them motherfucking clips down.
Nah, if I roll something, I'm going to have to finish it.
You got no weed, bust them motherfucking clips down. I let niggas tell you they going too hard to bust them clips down.
You like the new everything in a baggie?
It's funny, right? Like Should say Venom OG on it.
That's
yo.
what I mean.
And niggas check this out, yo. This is fire graphic though. This graphic is fire. That's so hard. That's crazy with the die cut. Niggas freaked it. Niggas is selling this for $2 in the corner store, just a bag.
I know.
I'm like, damn, I ain't had no bag to bring out like 7 grams of weed. Like I want to bring out my whole sack. You feel me?
I like the old school plain Ziploc. You can tell if it's
That's
still
fire
weed in
too.
there.
But you know what I mean? I'ma come clean. I fuck with the whole like the weeds with some marketing shit now. You feel me? Don't get me wrong. Like
I feel like it's too marketed.
I still go get haze sometimes. Like I still go get a dub of some haze, my nigga. You know what I mean? Like I'm not above it. I really do like smoking haze sour still sometimes. I'ma mix it in with some Zato, you know what I mean? But I want to smoke what I want to smoke. I'm picky with my smoking too though. Like I need thrax, you know what I mean? But yo, the way motherfuckers be doing it, niggas be putting the same shit in different bags. Like I really.
That's what I'm saying. Like
I really
when you
only be liking to fuck with staple motherfuckers. You feel me? Or up and coming brands that are really putting quality flower out into the street. That's another reason I've been getting super into the rosin. You know what I mean?
and you do grabba.
Yeah, nah, I could only do grab. I'm not doing no grab. Look, I just finished my shit.
See, I'm straight up weed.
the hot
It's
tea.
been like 4 years
I need
that
the
I
hot
don't
tea.
smoke
Nah,
tobacco or nothing.
That's yo, God is good, man. That's good. Keep with that.
I used to smoke hella blunts, backwoods, Fronto.
I ain't been smoking cigarettes like that for like, I ain't gonna say I ain't smoked no cigarettes in like 4 months. You feel me? But I ain't got a pack of cigarettes in like 4 months, 5 months. That's like the
Congrats,
first time
man.
in like 15 years.
Damn, congrats.
Yeah, nah, it's pretty cool. I ain't gonna lie, but
You drink?
yeah, for sure.
Yeah. I was going like, I drank the other night and I was like, damn, my tolerance is so low now.
Nah, I be drinking a bit. I don't
Yeah.
got no crazy tolerance though. Like I get like 6, 7 shots, and niggas gonna be drunk. You know what I mean?
Yeah, nah, I feel you. Yeah, it's just the mushrooms and the weed.
That's pretty good diet. You feel me? As far as like drug intake, man, that's a great diet right there, man. That's like a vegan diet. You know what I mean? Like if you on mushrooms and bud only, that's kind of like being vegan on some drug shit.
I always say that just smoking weed with no tobacco, I feel like a vegan. You know what I mean? Because I'm always like, nah, it's better for your system. It's like, who cares? Like, at the end of the day, like, it don't matter. I'm still going to go eat some unhealthy shit.
Feel me?
But I'm trying, bro. I woke up at 6 a.m. just to go to the gym in Massachusetts before I came here because I was like,
fuck with that, get that fucking money.
I
Man.
feel
Go to
so
the
much
gym.
better. I feel like I create better when I'm feeling healthy.
Bro, it's funny you say that, man. Like I had I was working out for a couple months with one of my homies from my neighborhood. Like we was going to the gym every morning for a couple months. And that shit had me feeling so good. The fact that we not doing it now, I could feel my body like it don't feel as good as it did. Like,
Yeah.
then, you feel me?
And your brain.
Even my lung, everything. That shit affects everything. You feel me?
I feel like my creative output is less.
Really?
Yeah. Like I feel like when I'm healthier, like I want to create more because my mind doesn't want stagnant. It wants to just be like, what's next? What's
Keep
next?
moving, yeah.
Yeah, it's not like it's like a battery. It's not like I started 100 and I go down to 20. It's
Right.
like a crank fan, where like the more I work it, the more energy I have.
I get it. That's a good concept. That's cool.
Where are we going to? We're going to eat some fucking fish.
Oh yeah, nah, we gonna do Best Stop Fish Fry, man. I had you waiting a little while, man. I wanna make it up to you, man. Go get some motherfucking fried fish.
Oh, I don't mind at all.
You fuck with soul food?
I love it.
You fuck with soul food?
Yeah.
That's the type of shit you like?
Yeah, I'm the least picky eater.
All right, for sure. You gonna get you some soul food, son.
Yo, my friend, he'll travel with me, and something about traveling all around the world is like trying food from different places. Like that's some real shit. My friend's
You
the
got
pickiest
to.
eater. He'll only go to Cheesecake Factory in every city, bro.
Hey,
I've
man, I
been to
love
every
cheesecake,
I've been
man.
to
Shout
every
out
Cheesecake
man.
Factory.
I go get yo, shout out Cheesecake, man. Chicken fingers, French fries, some cheesecake, man. Yeah, that shit'll keep you warm at night, man. For real. Especially when it's rough, man. Come on, man. It's good $13 to spend right there.
See,
man.
I fuck with a good Denny's.
Yo, see, I'm fucking with cheesecake before I fuck with Denny's.
That
Sure.
cheesecake is more expensive. Cheesecake is like if you're talking about a cheap meal, cheesecake you're gonna be spending some bread.
Nah, you probably spend like 30, 40 bucks a cheesecake. That's for a meal. That's not bad. If you want to take it there, bro, and then go to Denny's, spend $10 between two people, yeah, but you know you eating bullshit. That shit like McDonald's.
All right, I guess you're right. I was just talking about the hell shit. I guess you're right. It is like the quality of the food you have to pay for it.
For real.
It's like weed. It's so funny. I don't think about food like that. Like, I'll eat shit food and be like, I just had McDonald's. But I won't even smoke no trash weed.
Smoke, huh?
I can't. If it smells like grass, oh my! You know when you take a hit of something, you're like,
it's funny.
I wish I could blow this shit
I was walking down the
out.
street in New Orleans the other day, and I was running out of weed. And I looked down at the floor, and there's 2 eighths of weed on the floor. I'm like, wow, look at God. I opened them; they was both huff. I'm like, no, I can't smoke this. So I gave it to a homeless dude. I was walking past my, hey, you smoke weed? He was eating a peanut butter sandwich. He was like, yeah. I gave him motherfucker 2 eighths. He said, no way, bro. Yo, and I had like 3 beers in my fucking bag for some reason. So I gave him 2 of those too. Yeah, that motherfucker was hype, bro. It'd be
That's
so
like
tight.
Christmas, yeah.
Yo, giving homeless dudes weed be the coolest shit. I be liking to give him weed more than like money. Like, well, I'll give them money anyway too, though. Whatever to get them out their little hell for that few minutes. I don't give a fuck. Go get high, do whatever with it, get some food. I don't give a fuck.
That's the
But
one bad.
giving niggas bud though, I feel way more pure. I'd be like, yeah, you gonna get elevated. Be like, man.
When I like am in Boston, when I'm in the woods, like I lived in the city, but when you come to New York, it is wild because you do just ignore the fucking, you ignore it. You know what I mean? You have to.
Yeah, bro. It's not like nature ain't really prominent here. You know what I mean? Like niggas don't be like some motherfuckers do be looking for it, but a lot of motherfuckers don't.
But I'm just talking about
Is that what you talking about?
I'm talking about like the homeless and shit.
Oh,
like you're talking about hell
you ain't
and
say
shit.
homeless. You wasn't trying to say the word homeless.
I thought.
Yeah, this motherfucker ain't finished his sentence. I'm thinking he's talking about nature.
It was that fucking dab. No, I'm just kidding. But you know what I mean? Like when you're in the city, it's so like
the homeless issue ain't crazy like it is in other places though. Like it's saying like the Tenderloin and fucking San Francisco. It's saying like Skid Row in LA. Like it's bad down here, but it's not insane.
In
like,
LA, it's pretty.
That shit is real down there, bro.
And then you go to other countries, and that shit's wild too.
That's a whole nother conversation.
You see, we just passed 8 billion people.
That's crazy.
Like yesterday.
It's crazy. It's insane.
That is wild. On a positive note to end this shit.
World growth.
Man, no, this was dope. I'm really happy we got to do this, man.
Me too, bro.
Thank you.
Thank you, bro. Thank you for coming up, bro.
Of course. And you got an album coming out before the
Screwface 2
New Year.
is coming before motherfucking New Year's, before Christmas. Screwface motherfucking 2.
With the Loopers
You know
and
what I
Currency.
mean? My man Z and Currency on that motherfucker.
Who you got producers on?
Chase the Money, Pluto Nash, my man Look Damien, KID, fucking Mulatto Beats, motherfucking my man Raffy,
oh shit, Raffy's
my man
on?
Chuck Strangers,
Shout out Raffy.
Fucking D2, fucking yeah, man, a bunch of motherfuckers, man. It's lit, bro. Whitey Bulger, it's going up, man. I'm telling you.
Man, thank you for doing this. Everyone check that out.
Screwface 2, Screwface 2, Screwface 2, Screwface 2, Screwface 2, Screwface 2.
Oh, and if you want to see me do comedy, I'm headlining Detroit House of Comedy January 19th.
I'll come see you do some comedy one day, sir. You might be a funny motherfucker. You be hanging out with my man Danny.
Yeah, he's a funny motherfucker.
You might be funny if you hang out with Danny.
Yeah, when he told me I was funny, I was like, that meant a lot. And then in Boston, I'm headlining Nick's Comedy Stop April 28th and 29th.
Don't get on my man Sam, man. Next Comedy Stop, man. Boston, man. Coming to Detroit at the other one, man. I ain't near the venue, but you better come to that motherfucker. I'll find your ass.
Buy tickets below.
Let's go get some fucking fried fish, bro.
All right. Peace.
Yeah. Yeah. Hey,